individuals will have 3 minutes to discuss their topic, and within that 3-minute period, they can't get to what they finally want to say. And they could call the superintendent's secretary, make an appointment to see this superintendent. Also, there'll be no derogatory remarks against any of the board members, board officials, or school employees. For if there are, then your remaining time will be forfeited. Also, there will be no swearing. So, like I say, you have 3 minutes. If you can't discuss that, see the secretary, call her and get an appointment for the superintendent. You have any questions? Okay, Mr. DiBartolo, you're up.
I don't agree with your rules, but I will abide with them.
Okay, thank you.
I have filed 2 complaints, one with the State Ethics Commission and one with the PA Disciplinary Board. I'd like to give a copy of these to you for your minutes. I'd like to read them to you. PA Auditor General D. Pasquale issued an audit in December 2016, citing a $136,000 buyout of the school board president Richard Unger's daughter, and referred to it as the appearance of nepotism. Further, the report cited a lack of hiring practices for positions and for the school board passing a nepotism policy, but then not following their own policy. President Unger's daughter was then rehired after the buyout was given for her 5-year contract. The Auditor General noted that this was usually reserved for higher administration, not for positions that his daughter was given. I would like the State Ethics Commission to determine if the school board contracting with the board president's daughter, then voting on a separation agreement and buyout for the contract, then rehiring the board president's daughter is a conflict of interest, and if the school board president or the school board acted unethically with these contracts and buyout. I do not believe school board members should be able to have their children get buyouts and rehired with inappropriate contracts as a special privilege for their position on the school board. We're going to be asking the district attorney to surrender jurisdiction of the attorney general. We are asking all of you to resign because you passed the separation agreement. You knew this was unquestionable, unethical, and we ask you to please take me seriously. Don't cover it up. Don't hide. We have to come every month and ask you all to be honest with us. We hope tonight, President Unger, you're going to resign and take responsibility for these actions. Please. Every month we ask you the same thing, openness and transparency. We're not getting it. I had to file another appeal with the Office of Open Records. We're waiting for the determination. The 20,000 documents was never released to me. Where is it? So once again, I ask you all.
I can answer that one. No, I'm glad you brought that up. Jordan Davis issued a final decision today.
Oh, I didn't get it yet.
That's okay. And if you want to stay afterwards, I can give it to you. I have it. I have copies of it. So to answer your question, the ruling was in our favor.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate
Are we
that.
going to get resignations tonight? Are you resigning, Mr. Unger?
I'm sorry. You can ask. Give me 1 second. If you want that, stay afterwards, Mr. DiBartolo. I'll give it to you.
We're waiting for a response from the school board on $136,000.
What do you want?
I want to know why the separation agreement was given. I want to know why this situation happened on the school board's watch. I want to know if you're resigning, that the school board resigns tonight over these actions and allegations.
Your last question, am I resigning? Is no. Other questions, talk to my attorney.
You don't feel it's unethical to do what happened with this
I'm
payout?
not
this
answering
money?
that. Talk to the solicitor.
This is for,
The Auditor General's report, yes.
okay, time's up.
Thank you, Mr. Kuzniak.
You're welcome. All right, Mrs. Gillette, you're up next, school reform.
Yes. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about parts of the Auditor General's report because I want to make sure that you're aware of it.
Okay.
Finding number 3, questionable employment contracts and a separation agreement cost the school district over $136,000. We questioned the hiring of the school board's daughter for several key reasons. The position was newly created and not posted as it should have been, and the district did not consider any candidates. The position was clerical in nature, yet the district executed an employment contract which is not customary for support personnel positions. The employee was placed on paid leave absence for approximately 1 month before the agreement was executed. The separation agreement resulted in the employee receiving payments totaling $120,990, essentially the equivalent of 2 years' salary. The separation agreement was required that the district provide full medical coverage to the employee for 4 years. The medical coverage cost the district $11,516 through July 2016. The position was not filled after this employee separated from the district, which makes us question the necessity of the position to begin with. More important, just 19 months after executing the separation agreement and buying out the employee's contract for a total of $136,615, the district later rehired the same employee for a different position. Again, the district did not post the position or consider other candidates for this position. In addition, the district did not require the employee to return any portion of the monies she received as part of the prior separation agreement. By approving the employment contracts and the costly separation agreement with the board member's daughter, the board failed to follow best practices essential to selecting the most qualified candidate without any possible preferential treatment and maintaining accountability, consistency, and fairness to the hiring process. While it is the best interest of the school district to have comprehensive hiring policies and procedures in place to document a fair and complete hiring process, it is especially important when hiring a family member to avoid even the appearance of a conflict or bias. However, from a good governance, ethical, and best practices standpoint, we question the hiring of an immediate family member of a board member for a newly created position without an open, comprehensive, and documented hiring process. Specifically, we found that the district did not publicly post the position or consider any candidates for the position. Additionally, a review of the personnel file for this employee revealed that the district did not have the standard hiring documentation on file. Such an employment application, resume, or standard district interviews forms documenting that interviews occurred and an evaluation was conducted.
Time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next we'll hear from Mr. Toronto.
Mr. Toronto's not here.
Went home.
You went home? Okay, thank you.